Well, hello YouTube. I probably surprised everybody and nobody's going to realise that we're streaming at the moment. So that's all fun. We're continuing with Zahra Hoile, which is Zahra-Hoile, which is a new narrator for the channel. She's got a very specific role as a Forge Master, and this is just an illustration that I decided to do. You guys voted for an OC in last stream, and we're just going to finish it off this stream. I'm not sure if anyone's going to jump in. Dragons of the Bomb, welcome. Let me know if you can hear me okay. You should be able to. I shouldn't be talking to myself. But yeah, just going to continue this illustration and see what happens. How's your Monday going? Let's remember how I do skin on this. Hey Ark, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Monday as well. Just looking to get some basic light and shadow going with this skin tone colour. Hey Red Knight, how are you? Wait, seriously, Art, are you okay? And is everybody else okay who's with you? Hopefully there wasn't any crash. But yeah, damn. Glad you're okay, Dragons of the Bomb. Oh, that's quite cool, Red Knight. I think I saw some the other day on DeviantArt. I think that's right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm assuming I saw your model on DeviantArt. If I didn't, then I saw something else. It's more dark. Yeah, everyone is okay. Just one driver really wanted it to go. Skipped all the... Oh, yeah. It's terrible when that happens. You can't always account for people like that sometimes, unfortunately. And yeah, it does suck dramatically. But I'm glad you guys are all okay. So these shadows working nicely for what we want. Well, that did the complete opposite of what I was hoping to do. I just have to do it the other way of filling in a lot of the details, and then pray they just fill in nicely as I work on it. That's better. That's what I wanted. Hey Tegan, how's it going? Yeah, if everything ended up okay in the end, then that's fine. But yeah, some people do that, and it's amazing the idiots on the road. It sucks completely, but as long as everyone's okay, that is the main important thing above all else. So, you know, I'm super glad to hear that. Tegan's got a skip. Where are all the dinosaurs? Why do we have to come along?
You're the ones who set those majestic creatures free. He has a point, and the more people, the easier they'll be to find. However, it looks like you're not prepared to hunt down these dinos as effectively as you should be. What's he on about?
Dinosaur war.
Ah, they're coming after us.
Hey, Omenheart. What killed the dinosaurs? Nexum. The Ice Age. That's true. Next redraw, I've selected the characters that are in it. I've written the script. I have drawn one of the artworks. And the script is very, it's very long. It's about 4,000 characters. Well, no, 4,000 words long. That's a record. I mean, my Deadpool video is about 2,000 odd, so that it's an epic video. I may have gone a little bit too OT with it, but that's part of the fun of doing it. But other than that, it's a case of it's all good. I'm not saying who's in it or what's in it. It will be releasing at the end of the month. I got a couple shorts releasing for some artworks that we've done or been mentioned on the channel in some way, shape, or form. And yeah. Ark says, my dad was in the car. Dad was telling I did a good job with that, but I should have stopped. I should just stopped the car even if I hit that car. Yeah, technically speaking, you should just slam your brakes up and stop. So that would be quite interesting for it. However, either way, as long as everyone's okay and you manage to survive it, that is the main thing. And your dad's right. Good job if you managed to dodge that. So hats off to you. What should you draw? Draw your angel character playing football with Sonic the Hedgehog. Who submitted Loki the Cat again for the community redraw? Originally, Loki the Cat was submitted by Galahound 90, by Go for Dude 88. Sorry, it's because Galahound was in the Kingpin chat yesterday. I got the G's mixed up. It was Go for Dude 88 who was the first person to suggest his cat Loki ended up being the main bad guy that we've got, which is quite cool. And then, yeah, I think after that it just developed from there, which is quite interesting storyline development, to be honest. I never expected their cat to become concatenal. Yeah, to become a main part of the story after that community redraw, but everybody kind of liked it, so it kind of developed from there, which is quite nice. Maybe both, yeah. A fat lazy cat called Lucifer. That'd be quite interesting. Base it off your actual cat is the best way to go about it, because if you kind of do that, you can't go wrong. No. All things reasonable and reality. Should be more of that way, and that should go that way and there to that. It's weird because these may not look right, but these are getting blended down, so they're not needing to be so strong around the stomach area and stuff, just to make it work. Did anyone else think Icy Wind was a Pokemon ability? Icy Wind is, yeah, it is also a Pokemon ability. I'm sure Icy Wind is a Pokemon ability. Possibly. What else we got? So things on the channel. My schedule's a little bit out the window at the moment because I didn't actually get a video done last weekend because I had last week off, so I had family about and boys up.
this Friday is potentially going to be a video. It could be one illustration on a longer video, and I might do a couple of them just to free up time for the redraw and some stuff, because it is quite a time consumer, this redraw. I've got a lot more going on in it than I was originally planning. It's absolutely insane. Oh, that's quite cool, having a cat called Grimlock Red Knight. That's really, really cool. Yeah, but it's a case of we shall see what happens on that front. Let's have a look here. I'm assuming this is that colour that kind of fills in a bit of a in-between colour that can go on here. In a few areas. Helps blend a little bit, not much, just a little bit around the chest. Maybe a little on the face, just to give a bit more of a lighter blend going. Soft colour in some areas before moving on to the next layer, which is going to be a really darker one. Hopefully I'm getting new internet this week, which would be really, really cool, because once I get new internet, that could be really something awesome. That could work out really nicely in our favour. Which would be really cool. I'm just playing around with some of it just to give a bit more definition on some areas. That'd be, yeah, slightly wherever that's going to be looking like. Not have to do too much. I just want to emphasise some areas that could be a bit more on the darker side. The dark side. What else have we got on this one? What's going on? I'm trying to think what else is happening. Yes, there will be members only streams starting this month. If it's not a stream, it's definitely the illustration that's members only starting, which means if you want to have a vote, you have to either be a member of the Patreon or a member on the channel. And basic way to think of it is, it's the same cost a month as buying me one drink down the pub, or one drink in a shop if you saw me. So that's for those who can and wish to support the channel. You don't have to. It just means that, you know, I'm trying to give a bit more back to the community to say, for members, we will be doing a little bit more of a give back to you guys, a bit of a controller, everything else. I'm here to take over the stream. Hey, Loki, get out of the stream. Might have to send Ashana the Godslayer after you. Now that would be a turn of events, wouldn't it? That'd confuse Loki to no end, I don't think. Why is Ashana working with Nexon? The plot thickens. By the way, that was made up. It's not actually anything concatena or anything, so please do not think that's an actual part of everything that's happening. I quite like Angelic Demon, to be honest. I think it's a really cool character, and it's nice to see your interpretation of the concept of an Angelic Demon, which is a really nice thing to actually see. I know I haven't got all this properly, but I'm just checking some bits in here I have a chance to, because I know I haven't really gotten every bit right for the designs that we've got here. Which is a bit annoying, but I can't start erasing on this layer until I've got most of the things I was expecting to have the colour that I want. It's just one of those ones where the layer's got a fair amount of this colour that's solid, but once I finish with this colour that's solid, I need to go onto the eraser tool, for example, zoom out, have this soft brush at a much larger size, and just erase into this. I don't want this so solid a colour. I could use the opacity on the layer, but this is supposed to kind of like blend in first to a degree for the darkest areas. But obviously some of these areas aren't going to be as dark as the rest. Cancel that. This is what gives the effect. Don't be afraid to use multiple layers for what you're doing. It could be quite a few layers for the skin, but it does work out nicely in the end, I can guarantee you that. I've got water here right now. I don't know if you have. A galactic football. If that's the one where the Earth's football team goes and plays football in space against loads of different alien football teams. Because if so, I think I've watched it. Hey Ben, how's it going? No, it's not weird. Insect and radioactive guys have been kind of like the theme for quite a few series and stuff before, so it's not thingy. Dragons of the Bomb, not a problem. Thank you for joining so far, and we will catch you a little bit later on. Yes, I think I watched it ages ago, but yeah, it's not a bad one. I'm gonna add there. Yes, no. I think that could just be a normal ad, to be honest. Just add a little bit more subtlety to it. So, the only thing I have to do on these streams at the moment is keep an eye on the battery power. Thanks to Koi-Fish Gaming. I don't know if he's about at the moment. He is on holiday. He could be lurking. But it's yeah, it's definitely working. The solution we've got in place at the moment, which is quite nice. You're going to feel old, but I watched it as a kid. I'm not being funny. I've watched stuff that you guys haven't even seen before. That's why I want to do probably a retro series at some point this year. Taking really old, like my childhood stuff, and doing more design notes and redesigning them. Less stories would be interesting. But yeah, I do feel a little bit old, you saying that, Ark, but I'm not really, considering some of the stuff I've watched is yeah, might make you feel old, or you feel. You say that, but cats aren't meant like belly rubs, and sometimes they do. That needs to be right down there. That brush needs to be. A little bit anime blush. And that's the skin basically done. So I'm going to lock the skin out because we can obviously add enhancements on the next layer later, but I'm going to lock the skin now where I've got it. And this is the clothing layer. So this layer, I'm going to start adding some more details onto this bit by bit. Basically by using clipping masks on the layers of what I've selected. I could build them up on the same layer, but if I do anything wrong, it's easier just to wipe it clean, which would be quite good. Oh, and also, Red Knight, cats and tigers do swim through water, so yeah, some of them do like it, some of them don't. He's just a cat. Closest thing you've probably got is a wild panther with the mane. He could be a black lion, maybe. We haven't actually established it's just a demon cat. What else? Yeah, so there's going to be member streams happening. Sorry, going back on a tangent, back a little bit. So there will be some member streams happening over time. And these will be streams that go into for a few things. So it's the giving back to the members, basically, and anyone who's supporting the channel as a member, because, you know, unfortunately nothing in life is free except for a couple of things, and it's quite nice for members to have something back, which I want to do more of. So whether it's a dedicated illustration a month, or which they are getting, they have voted on the first one, which is happening this month, or if it's a maybe it's a more in-depth, you know, it's a live stream just for them, which reveals stuff to do with the stories on the channel and stuff more as I'm working on a video. I'm not sure I'm going to set that up yet with the way the recording stuff is, but it's basically just giving a bit more back to the community, which would be quite cool. Haha, magic shotgun, nice. Yes, because well, it depends on the rules of soccer, but technically in Alien Soccer, it's not your hands, and the rules state you cannot touch the ball with your hands. So, technically Arc, yes, if you have that, you can. Is that a part of it? I'm just double checking if it's just the dress I've got selected, which is quite cool. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to do a few things. I am bringing out some merch later on this year, more than posters. I just haven't decided exactly what, and I need to save up so I can get some samples to make sure it's decent enough quality for you guys. I don't want to give you anything subpar. Now that makes a huge difference at the end of the day, but you know, I trust the companies that we've got, like Teespring, because, well, Potcross uses them, and Fourth Wall is one that I'm going to start putting stuff on. It'll give a variety of sizes for the it should give a variety of sizes for the posters and stuff that you can have, which would be quite cool. Zahra, which is Zahra, for Zahra. She's a Forge Master, and I haven't actually decided what she's narrating yet. I know who she'll be partnered up with to start with, but I haven't decided what this one's narrating as such, because of her abilities. And I'm not going to go. Well, I give some information about. So she's a Forge Master. So she's got some magical powers and stuff. She uses runes, which are obviously on her body, and a few other things. But that's about it. There's not really much else to be thing other than she's 27, so she is a bit more mature than some of the other narrators. She's younger than Demonica. But yeah, I have done a few things on this, which is quite cool. Arc, I know you noticed it last time, so please be shh about the one detail I've put on this that nobody's noticed. Well, two. Sorry, excuse me. Yo, Kingpin, how's it doing? Asisa narrating. She will be narrating. She can summon stuff, so she'll be narrating anything that can class as a summoned creature. This is different from mystical beasts of a variety, just to be clear. But she has the ability to summon. Well, basically, she's got a summon, as we saw with the diagram. I'm not going into too much details about what type of creature she summons. She has a symbiotic role with this narrator. They are kind of a pair on some stories that I've got lined up, and that's the most I can probably give out. I don't want to give too much away because, one, I haven't established it completely, and two, in all fairness, it's going to be a spoiler, and we don't want spoilers because, you know, it takes away half the fun of everything. But she'll also have this one has a unique ability to go alongside Cease's ability. So Cease's ability is obviously about summonings and stuff. This one's Forge Master. I'm not giving it away, but some people might have the idea. Arc, you have no idea what I'm on about, which is fine. And not the channel to be talking about this, but I actually feel really hyped with this week's cursed fan art. Ben, and not the channel to be talking about it. Well, you can talk about it, you just can't show it. But yeah, I'm super stoked to see what that is, because I'm loving your fan arts at the moment. Tegan's got a skit. Right, let me have a sip of water before I do the skit from Tegan. This SCP is an odd one. Why are we learning about these things? Yeah, she's got a point. I'm not complaining. Well now, kids, you might want to learn about these SCPs. Because if you're travelling one night... Hang on, let me get Connor's voice right. Connor, well now, kids, you might want to learn about these SCPs. Because if you're travelling one night and you find one or such like, you might find yourself in a wee bit of problem. If you survive that, you might find yourself downing a pint of the black stuff. And for all likes and reckonings, you three are a wee bit young for that. It's a bit wild for the Irish accent, so I apologise guys on that one. A narrator that does creatures affected by parasites, viruses. That'd be interesting. I'd probably make it, if I did that, I would have a sound effect on the narrator voice, and it would sound dramatically like a almost a demonic entity in a sense, because it would be that in essence. Nope. I want to clear them. Start that again, because I'm trying to mess that up. Possibly, if I go down that route on videos. I don't know if I will go down that route. It is something that hasn't been done before, so it's quite interesting. It is a rather cool idea. I just need to see where I'm going with the channel. I'm kind of flipping back a bit on the channel now. So where we've got the original stories and that, I'm also going back to some of the original stuff we've got, like Ben 10 dragons, venomizing stuff, turning them into demons and that, and using pop culture. So by all means, flood the comments on videos with what you want to see. The key thing I would like to say, and I said it on Kingpin's stream, and I'm going to re-announce it on this one for those that weren't on there, but I think you all were on there. It is very crucial that if you guys want a video topic to be done again, you need to watch the video through and not skip bits. The more you skip through a video, the lower view duration it gets, the less likely as creators we will recreate that, because we don't class it as a successful video, even if some people like it. So those of you who want to stay up to date with the lore, watch the art process and stuff, you know, in our videos, you have to watch the script through and, you know, pay attention to it, because it'll have key moments. But if we're not getting the views on it, we'll just shift the content on the channel till we hit something that is. Especially when you monetize with how brutal YouTube is with competition. That's not to say we won't do them in the future, but it's like the Multiverse story arc. I could revamp that entire Venomization stuff, the 22 videos. I could start that all over again now with better art, and probably kick things back up and dedicate the whole channel to it. So it's just a heads up to you guys. And I know I'm not saying you guys that just flick through it. I know some people do. But it's nice when you guys do the story and then, you know, you come back to us afterwards. And I'm not just about me, I'm on about like all channels. You know, you do the story, you come back and you tell us, you know, oh, I really enjoyed that. Or best one is like, what? He sent him to a random dimension and stuff. It's like, yes, somebody paid attention up to the end, whether it was a fluke click or not. And I'm going to start putting things randomly in the middle of it, of stories now. I've got a fourth wall narrator of my own. Not Deadpool, but I've got my own actual 4-4 narrator, which has been introduced, which is Void.
They will have an ability like Deadpool to break the fourth wall. But yeah, I'm sure Kingpin completely agrees. We don't know. We can only go on our analytics. We don't know if you guys are enjoying the story unless you tell us. So do all the things that we need to like it and watch it through. It's all we ask, you know. And also, Omega Prime, welcome. So you can send an antimatter nano machine inside of the multiverse department system. Oh, this is going to be fun. No, it's not, because I've secretly sent a matter nano machine to defend the multiverse department system, and because they're nanomachines, they're causing little antimatter matter explosions on a minuscule scale. So unless they've replicated to take over the whole department of multiverse matters, nothing's really going to blow up. It's just some little pops in the air. Which would be quite interesting. I love doing. I'm quite loving Clip Studio Paint actually, for a number of reasons. One of them is I quite like the tools and some of the layer effects. I will be going back to Procreate at some point, jumping in between. I want to see if I can get the Procreate in Sketchbook to this level, but I'm really loving trying to master this program because, let's face it, these artworks are looking really cool and more vibrant, which is really nice. Oh, arc, random number between what? What are the numbers I can choose for, or any number? I don't know what. Have we got a limit for the number? 72. There you go. Well, the first narrative idea was inspired by Resident Evil. Yeah, it was inspired by 1 to 20. Okay. 9. We'll go with 9. Sorry, I was doing something really random talking, so I wasn't thinking of the number, trying to shut this up. Yes, it was inspired by Resident Evil, which is what I gathered, which is why I do it in kind of like the voice that you have from Resident Evil, where it's a bit of a mixed voice. That'd be quite cool. Okay, so that's the gold. Nine seconds of pepper spray arc. The next second, probably. Nice. Ben, would you like a beast from the bestiary I'm working on? Oh, that's quite cool. Digging that you're working on a bestiary. That's really cool. So I'm trying to push my art more and learn how to push the art a little bit more each time I do these drawings. I do get stuck sometimes on it, forgetting certain ways I can do things, which is a bit, yeah. But actually, guys, while you guys are talking about that, I'm going to take a quick break, a second. I'm going to put the Be Right Back screen on, and I'll be right back. Question for you. Who is your favourite cartoon character from when you were a kid? Or if you're a kid, who's your favourite cartoon character right now? And I'll be right back.
I am back, guys, and mode for antimatter nanomachines does have self-regen and corruption ability, so the matter nanomachines become antimatter and matter. That doesn't work in Mega Prime because they can't take over matter. Antimatter and matter can't exist in the same space without going kaboom. So I'm not sure how you're going to turn antimatter into matter without some kind of magical influence. And at that point, you ain't got nothing that will do that to my little nanomachines. Think about it. Technically, they cancel each other out. But it's not a bad go unless you've got some kind of spell that does it. And don't say you've got Infinity Stone powered antimatter nanomachines, because that's just cheating. Yeah, it was just, what's your favourite show from your childhood, if you have one? You can have more than one, actually. I mean, I got several favourite ones from growing up that you don't see nowadays, and I like them because of the stories. I feel you don't get that nowadays in a lot of cartoons. You don't get a decent storyline. I know some of them are single episode adventures and stuff, or it continues, but the artwork also nowadays just looks subpar to me on a lot of kids programs, and I'm thinking, why have we gone from this route of some amazing artwork to some really crap artwork for stuff that looked really cool back in the day? Dempsey, maybe consider turning Skylanders into human superheroes. I have got an idea for Skylanders planned, but yeah, no, that's a good idea. I will add that to the list later. Be sure to put in the comments, Ben, if you can, on this live stream or one of the live streams, or the comments on something, so I don't forget it, because that's quite a cool idea. 2 seconds. Oh, I remember that, Tegan, from Count Duckula. That was a really cool one. Trapdoor, Brave Star, GoBots, Centurions, Visionaries, Original Transformers, G.I. Joe, Sentinels, Space Ghost, Mighty Mouse, Danger Mouse. Yeah, I grew up in the era of all of them. I say Peso from Octonauts is my fave. I'm new gen. Yeah, Octonauts isn't too bad. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes. And Zilla's series too. But Oscar from Little House of Vampires. Yeah, no, that's quite a cool one. Or Code Lyoko. That wasn't too bad, Code Lyoko. I remember watching that. Sent Nanomachine enhanced Heat Blast Kaiju to distract the mech armor narrator while send Heat Blast Nanomachine to help the antimatter nanomachines to fight the nanomatter machine. Right, I send Velocity out against the Heat Blast nanomachine because she's got the Demon of Water combined with her, so she's going to cause them to stalemate. Nexum, I'm sure him and Erenfold and Demonica will at least keep your kaiju distracted from Velocity doing that. I got a combination of styles going here, so I'm trying to make some of these look a little bit more realistic on them, or at least give the anime impression for the colours you can get. It should be quite cool. You just got to see where it goes from this. I know I started a bit early, and it is the summer holidays, but yeah. Code Lyoko is one of those shows that I know I watched, but I can't remember a thing about it. That was those kids that went into the world, the computer world, and they could fight those viruses. I know a lot of things have done that, but they had 4 kids. I think it was 3 boys and a girl. and they had to go repairing this other world type thing. If I remember rightly. I could be wrong in messing this up. Once you see a picture of it, you'll recognise it instantly and be like, oh yeah, I watched that, or I think I watched that. Microphone sent a Pikachu demon to fight the Hyphenator and head demon of water. Oh, in that case, Dino Dinosaur is going to turn into his dinosaur beast form and fight Demon Pikachu. SpinoJ Unlimited. Guess what, Kingpin? Welcome to the stream, SpinoJ Unlimited and Kingpin. Apparently, they got a guess what for you. So, Kingpin, start guessing. Aha, that's that back layer that I was looking for. That kind of grey-black colour for the collar and the belt, which I really wanted to kind of get the effect from. Usually, anyway, you go down and along, so let's go that way and that way. Actually, who solos Dino or Canon Anime Pikachu? Who solos Dino? Interesting one. Would be an interesting one. Chicken Burr. SpinoJ loves all your Power Ranger videos. He might make some more in the future. Like I say, if people comment on saying they love it and it's, you know, it gets comments and people liking it and stuff, we definitely will, you know, as content creators, we'll do loads more. But yeah, those were some good videos, Kingpin. But that's not to say you know, Kingpin could have more in future. Don't quote me on that. I am just saying he could. I am not responsible for his schedule. Ben, what set of Jones didn't choice similar to the Archon? Imagine Loki having his own version of the Archons, but making them elder gods based on horror and kaiju, just for reasons. Loki won't have that. I have specifically decided what Loki may have in the future, if he has anything like that. I already have that mapped out. In rough draft, if it goes down that route, and it is not going to be Archons. I'm going down a completely different route. I may use the Akashi records in stories and some mythology stuff, but I am not going down the route of Archon demons or what could be called Archon demons. They might be similar, but not actually that. You might find similarities. However, I would like to say they definitely will not be. So just those two. Add the eyes on. Yes, it's the eyes on these. Cool. So they're just going to be pitched back in there. These are just going to be darker. That's just a given. I believe that's all of that. So now it's the lighter part of it, and I actually want this to be more blue or purpley. I actually want to try and include a hint of colour in this. Should be quite cool. Oh wait, you've done 3, Kingpin. I've missed one. And maybe use natural elements and the 7 deadly sins. Nope. That's a cool idea for a video, though. What if the 7 deadly sins were elemental mages or something? That could be a really cool one for the channel. I'm not opposed to that idea. Somebody jot that down so I don't forget it. I don't have Notion open at the moment, but that's quite a cool one. I think it's also canon in pop. The Akashi Records also exists in Dempsey's channel. What? I said if I do mythological stuff, I would be using the Akashi Records as something in my channel, but it won't be for the same meaning as in pop cross. But then again, the Akashi Records could exist in every universe. It's not something that's subject to one particular channel. It's proper mythology from our, real life. So using them, I've got no problem with doing that. However, I won't be using it in conjunction with like how Popcross did it. So I will go back to watch the video that he had the Akashi Records in with Benny in that, and I will not be doing anything that he's done in it. I'll be doing something completely different, which would be quite cool. But yes, I will be working on having some what's the best way to do it? I will be working on some unique elements. For example, I won't have Archon demons. They do not exist for me. If there's anything beings powerful like them, they're not Archons. They are something completely different. And I've got that planned. So far, I think there's only 5 or 6. I don't have Notion open, but I think I've got 5 or 6 planned out at the moment. Which will make it actually really interesting, because I could completely spin off a new realm of narrators from it, which would be quite interesting. Maybe have Loki make something based of Jarna's elementals and the 7 deadly sins. Nope, he's not going to be doing any of that. This is going to be based off something in a series I've been watching lately on Crunchyroll. They gave me an idea. I watched it and I had an idea, and I thought, yeah, that's a cool idea. I'm going to do something like that. It's a nice little twist to stuff, so it's going to be quite an interesting plot twist. But I'm not, there's so much on Crunchyroll, you guys will never guess it, so ha 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 ha. I do love the fun of that. Right, that's the grey there, so that's fine. So I'm keeping this very anime style with the design, so this character's got like, even though the skin's done, the rest of the clothing's not quite as blended as smoothly as that for now. There could be potentially 7 characters, but they will not be 7 deadly sins. They are, what's supposed to put it? They're not what you would expect, is the best way to put it. They're going to be kind of OP. It takes so much time to load OBS Paint. I think OBS Paint, the free version, has too much time for the adverts, let alone loading, to be honest. If it's just the 7 deadly sins, it'd be a lot more broader for more fun ideas. I did 7 deadly sins as dinosaurs, and I think actually doing 7 deadly sins again, I would do them in another video, but it's not going to be as like dinosaurs. It'd be something else, like I said, water elementals or something that sounds really cool. That definitely sounds something like I'd really love to do. That sounds really awesome. Which would be quite an interesting scenario or edge case, which I'm looking forward to doing. I do want to do some more anime stuff in the channel as something, but I'm also trying to think of something that hasn't been done yet, which is quite good. Or maybe also the 7th video of Mythlethal, since that is some of the information of the records. I'm not going to be doing, the records, if there's anything explained in mine that coincides with Popcross on the Akashi Records, it's going to be from the actual lore in Wikipedia or something that's combined and it's being used. I'm deliberately not watching some episodes of Mythlethal, because if I do go down the route of adding some of these traits to my characters, because we've got demons and stuff, I don't want to be
doing the same type of thing or looking like I've been inspired by his video. I'm deliberately going down the route of what I want for my characters, if that makes sense. SpinoJ Unlimited, you should do Justice League Power Rangers. That would be an interesting one. Kind of curious how I do. Well, Batman would be easy. He'd be a black Power Ranger. I guess Superman's going to be. Is he red or blue? Was he a combination, like a hybrid color? Wonder Woman could be yellow, I would assume. I guess it is an interesting question, that one. Maybe I should make Superman green and it's immune to kryptonite. Tegan's got a skip. Why do you have a cat? No reason. You're hiding something, aren't you? No. Okay, you. Shh. I recognize that hiss. Are you sure you're not hiding something from me? I guess not. You seem like a trustworthy, well, just seem trustworthy to me. But I'm not sure I trust that kitty cat. Ben says you should do an episode featuring Vocaloid, basically a program with digital idols characters that you can make sing. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe you can turn the characters into something else. Yeah, that would be quite cool, actually. I've got some things planned for case studies on the channel that I do in my own spare time when I actually get some more spare time, which would be quite cool. But also, there's like, I want suggestions for things you guys want to see on the channel. I want to go back to, like I said, I want to go back to some of the original stuff, like when we venomized things here and there and we did certain things. But I also want new content to do for it, so it's not just revamping old series. Because, let's face it, just revamping old series, it gets a tad boring, doesn't it? Yes, got chains. Awesome, I can cheat with these because they go back so far I can actually just... the bits I need for this. The light colour over the top can go over the top of this, so I'm not worried about too much about full lights and shadows. I just need enough to give the impression. For now, obviously I want to have a nice design, things looking slick and how they should do and stuff on this, but I also want to make sure I'm getting all the bits I need to get, and I'm pretty sure that's colourable down the bottom too. So I think that's everything there. So let's go to the lighter colour, which is going to be more here, I think. If I do a series like that, SpinoJ, it'll have lore. The only things that don't are where I do personal case studies of a character, or these live streams put into shorter forms, because this character will have some lore once she's in a video, actually, and I'll probably redraw her in a different pose, an outfit or something, but it'll be quite cool. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, definitely will have some lore in it. Oh, hang on. Lark's got one. So, what are you? I feel demonic power in you. Well, I'm a demon and an angel hybrid. Blasphemy. Still need to work on Loki's voice. I'm also need to get a voice for this character and the other one. So I don't know if this character should have a slightly, well, for lack of better words, a slightly Fasalia Kuznik style voice or not. It's going to be quite interesting to see. I could give her an Irish voice. I mean, I could do Toralei. Toralei. The name's Toralei.
I'm getting a bit more confident with that type of accent. But you know, and I'm using Toralei as an example of that type of Irish accent. I'm not going to be calling the character Toralei. We already got this name. The name's Zahra. Zahra Hoile. Would you like armor from? Would you like forging from Zahra Hoile? Yeah, it doesn't have the same effect. As cool as it would be, it just doesn't have the same effect. That's the point. I need to. That's one of the things that make this a bit more believable. Is some of these lighter bits being added, which means I also need to do it on this layer. Is that the one? Oh, that's the gold. That's that layer, isn't it? That one. Seems a bit daft, but by softening some of these, you actually make the artwork. I don't know, it just feels a bit more pleasant to the eye. Hey, Dragons of the Bomb, welcome back. Oh, and Gent Demon is okay. Well, I'm a demon and an angel hybrid. I'm not sure because my German accents go Transylvanian. I always do accents, and it's like I started off with a Russian accent the other day, which was like, that irrespectable lad would like to see me dead. You wouldn't want to mess with them. And then it started to sound like Transylvania, like, I do not go blah 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 partway through, and I was like, yeah, I need to work on this bit. The armor would probably have some form of halo and wing design on the shoulders, maybe, and the further down it gets, it becomes more spikes and flames and stuff, maybe. Potentially. There's the bandages coming in. There's the bandages coming in. Before we get on some of the funkier stuff on this. Oh, actually, on that note, I also want to go. Don't want him so sharp, even though it is armor. I'm not going full, like, in your face with everything, because, quite frankly, it's there's no point for that at the moment. I just need to do enough to make it have the effect of what I want, which is the key thing on this. It's making things look how you want them to look. It might seem a bit daft, but it's because of how the line art is crucial. Everybody rushes the line art stage, and lately I've been spending a bit longer doing that. So even if I'm not exactly rushing the stage here, but even if I ended up slightly rushing the rendering stage, I've still got the line art can still carry a lot of what's happening. You know, it shouldn't need to, quite frankly, because you know. What have we got? Imagine Zahra having armor she forged by a mystical version of the Iron Man armor in Iron Man 3 in the beginning of the movie. That would be quite interesting. I don't think she'd have an Iron Man armor though. If she's a Forge Master and she had any type of armor, it would definitely not be Iron Man style. She would have a rather unique armor based on her abilities. I mean, Forge Master's a really big giveaway of her abilities, to be honest. If anybody knows what Forge Master is, if you don't, I'm not going to spoil it. I will also neither confirm or deny it in chat. Because it just doesn't need to be confirmed or denied. Her hair is going to be the trickier bit to do out of all of this. But I also want to know where the glowing layer is. So the runes are here. Cool. Duplicate layer. Alpha lock. Wrong side of what I was after. Ironically, it still works on this one as well. If I go to blur, Gaussian blur, and I decide how much I want to do, so this one's going to be like 10. 11. It's not alpha locked. If I duplicate that there again, make sure it's not alpha locked, and I go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I make it a bit stronger. Take that base layer, I duplicate it, I bring it all the way up to the top, turn off its layer bit, I just change its mode to something like screen, and we already have the glowing runes on a body. They're not coming out of everything properly or so much, but they are there, and I can mess around with that to be a glow dodge maybe, or a colour dodge, and that one can also be a colour dodge to a degree, and that top one, drop that down a little bit. And now she's got some really cool looking runes that glow off her body, which is really cool. Kingpin, fire it on Discord to me in an IM. I'll let you know if you're right or not, but yeah, a Forge Master is a pretty good term. Hey Stellar Snake Illustrations, how's it going? I'm going to back up a little bit in the chat as well. I'm amazing, and I can hear more Transylvanian, to be honest. Just no blah 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 stuff in Fancy British Boy. Yeah, I'm learning accents, but they take a while. It's like the Irish one. The name's Connor. Connor Farley, the Clan of Farley of Ireland. But I can't be telling you here now, which is quite good. Kingpin, yes. You're very close to it. Yes, that is pretty much what it is. And Ark, if you know what a Forge Master is, you probably have got the same thing as Kingpin. But yeah, I just saw it on my phone, Kingpin. Yeah, it's something to do with that. Which is why there's a very certain element to this. Wait, it's going really good, and you're currently making a Pokemon for your audition for a YouTuber. Wow, that sounds awesome. Which YouTuber? And that sounds cool. This hair's going to take a little bit to do. We might actually finish this early, this one. Wow, we might actually finish this quite early, unless I do more in the background details and stuff, which would be quite interesting. And Kingpin, yes, big brain moment. Maybe a black and gold scheme that splits. Are we on about the Power Ranger outfits now, or colour scheme that split? Oh yeah, for Power Rangers, yeah, that probably would make sense for the Justice League as Power Rangers. Oh, Tegan's got a skit. Hang on, let me get a drink a second. Stella, that's amazing. I haven't watched this latest one, but I do watch them from time to time. I haven't drawn Pokemon in an absolute while, so I haven't drawn Pokemon in a very long time, to be honest. So it's quite. Oh, I need to do more into the eyes. I haven't realised that. But no, that'd be amazing, Stella Kitsune. If you get into that, that would be awesome. I'll mad respect for you on that. We're talking about the Demon Angel Armor. Oh, yeah, no, actually, Dragon's Ball, that'd make more sense. Also, going back up to the skip. So, I see you have returned. Okay, turning back now. He's biting my arm. No, please. I didn't turn him into a kitten in the first place. You should remember that from the last time we spoke, before you went on your outing with that little furball. I'm having too much fun ruling his demonic lair. So yeah, I do like the fact that on like live streams I can just randomly flip the cameras like this. I am getting brave enough to kind of like do it more while I'm doing the full screen recordings on the other ones, but I still want to kind of, you know, have some level of respect for the other ones. Oh, top trick: never use pure white in the pupil, in the like the around the eyes. The highlight bits, yes, but these kind of like, not exactly the pupils, but a bit around the pupils. I can't remember what they're called. Cornea, maybe? I don't know. Been a while. Use an offset white. It works so much better for making things stand out and look quite nice. Oh, Kingpin, how far away are you now? Have you had it update, or do we have to wait till tomorrow to find out? Ben says, has anyone had a brain moment about their password and like 8 minutes after you remembered your, and like 8 minutes after you've been password? Yeah, I have that with phone numbers. If passwords I can remember, phone numbers I can't. The COD killer is centuries old, so from time to time, but I can't do the reverb echo on my voice on here, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, you'll get an ads pop up left, right, and centre around here. So you know, just you'll get one now. You might not get one later. Yeah, it's the 24-hour or the 48-hour rule for it to update, which is always really annoying and bugged me. But oh, look, she's got blue hair. Right, that's the blue colour behind, so I don't want to affect that. That's the purple. That's that. So technically, if I alpha lock that for now, I want to go from above that layer a bit. So that's definitely that one. Kind of cheat a little bit. So usually, what's the best way? I would have an anime hair up tutorial, but I haven't got one with me. Oh, Kingpin, I used to hate that, but I used to do a spreadsheet. I can't remember if I ever shared it with you. I had a spreadsheet where I'd put my watch hours in from the video to what it said left on the end page, add the watch hours from the video from what you've currently got, and then you could see it actually dip to no. So you can't be far off. I mean, another stream or two maybe should be quite cool. I tell you what, Kingpin, I'm gonna finish this stream in 2 hours ish maybe. I don't know what we're drawing afterwards or the background. You know, we'll work on it. I can push this illustration as far as I can get, basically. In that time, if you start another stream at that point, I can see if I can edit and redirect to your stream and send everybody here to your stream one day. Don't have to be today, but we can do that, which would be quite cool. I think Knight's doing a stream tomorrow. Possibly. So anybody interested, I think Night of Arcane is doing a stream tomorrow around about, it's Pacific Standard Time. I don't know if they put it on their thing or not. Kingpin, I'm right, aren't they? Night is thinking about doing a Redraw around then, aren't they? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen anything on their channel yet, but they might not have scheduled it. But I think they're talking about it. I'm just trying to give a little bit of hype and pushing towards it from. $2:30 for me, I think. Close enough for 4:30, but 2:30 p.m. for me. I think it's 8:30 a.m. their time. 11:30 your time, which makes it 4 or 5 hours. 5. It could be 4 something. According to. Let's have a look. I'm going to Google it now. Come on, what time, buddy? Save me, help me. Yeah, so PST 8 AM. Yeah, it's around about 3:30 my time in the afternoon, which is quite cool because if I'm about, and I'll put it on and watch it, which would be really cool. But yeah, it's something like 7 hours difference. It's like the longer thing. There will be an ad in a minute, guys. Whoever hasn't got an ad, or if you get an ad again, I do apologise, but it will be coming back. I'm trying to picture where the light would go across the hair for the light bit, and then you'd have maybe a darker bit around. Also, I want to add, I'm not afraid to do this, a nice trick to have is if you take a light part of the skin tone, you drop it down, you drop this down a bit, you just add it over the edges. It softens the hair for the character. The hair that's around the character. It just softens it a little bit. And that makes a massive difference between a hard edge on the character and the soft bit. I will drop this opacity down. It's only a little bit of the skin in the hair that you want. You don't want a huge amount. I'm going to lock that so I know that's the bottom of that one. A couple more. See what we got on this. The Pokemon I'm making for my edition is a convergent form of the LiveStream line, and I decided to make them based on the moon. That's really cool. Got no idea. You might have to see if anything's been done. Ben, see if anything's been done on a stream or not. From right, I'm going to turn that to a multiply layer and just get an idea of the colour. Cool. Right, here's the hard part. Drawing these bits of hair that actually have this, the hardest part. Hair is the most time consuming, longest part of anything. So I was thinking of the shadows for it. But then trick and give is you've got to follow the curve of the hair. so you get that kind of curve, and I'm really terrible at doing it. I try, I really do, but sometimes getting that curvature of the hair is a lot more, it's trickier than it actually should be. Since for Corona is based on the sun, why not give them the moon for their sun? That sounds really cool. Feet and background are difficult. Yeah, hands that I find are difficult too. Zelda's got Nova Skip. Connor Farley, this SCP is a rather interesting one. Where's his mouth? That is just Eyebrow from Skylanders. Huh? How'd you know that? I have my ways. Shh. You're not going to tell him what the SCP is. Ark, you've still probably got another hour easy. Even if I end up drawing something else. So don't fret. You've got plenty of time. And I'll admit, a guilty pleasure for me during art, I trace Okana and Lobster to make this Pokemon. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, doing that. Just be, if you got to share the process, just, be careful of that part. But other than that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Using it to get the proportions right for your starting form. People have done that before. It's not an issue. I still think it's quite cool. I didn't know. Was that from the last True Green video that you released the other day, saying about having someone, adding more people to it? Because I had no idea that they were doing that. I didn't realise Ron was doing that. See, I'm on a first name basis. Just because I watch the videos and he says his name's Ron. There's nothing special. I'm not special enough to know his name. Or know more than his name. And that's going to be that colour, but more later. Yeah, I assume you would have to show the process for the edition, but that's not a problem. That's still quite cool. Spray, move that under that one, I think, and then just, how large is that spray? Because I actually want. Smaller. Focus has posted part 1 of the season finale. Yeah, the 38-minute one, because he's got a 36-minute one, because he's got part 2 releasing, I think Friday, possibly Friday, could be Wednesday, could be later on tonight. That's 48 minutes basically together. It's a full hour and a half film length one. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, he might have posted it, but oh well. It's posted, that's cool. On to the next item of business. Testing out new hairstyles. Ready to go. It's a bit better. Yeah, that's looking cool for hair. I might just go back underneath a few layers on the hair. A bit more red to it, or do we add a bit more of a blue tint to it? Bit blue to emphasise the darker bits of the hair. Yeah, that'll work. So that's that one there. So that must be that one there. Can I just cheat and just change that to colour? And I just change that one to colour. And let's actually work on the multiply layer with the that's quite cool. Well, this goes. Any requests for how Loki gets turned back into his normal self for the next skit? Whatever you want to do, Tegan. I'm enjoying what you're coming up with, so that'd be quite cool. I feel weird knowing so much mods from past podcast Discord and you guys don't know about them. A lot of mods of that server are still my friends. Yeah, Kurt and all that lot. I spoke to them a couple of times. I joined the server shortly before it disappeared, but I spoke to them a few times because I kept getting put up on the discussion chat every now and again, which is quite nice. When Popcross did a Q&A and stuff, so that's quite cool. So I kind of get what you mean there, but yeah, but you shouldn't feel weird about mods, you know, mods from another server knowing them, you know, Popcross is mods or something, because that's just how it is. Just one of them things, Ark. Has the chat gone up or down a bit or frozen? I just reload that chat just to be on the safe side. My chat sometimes goes a bit funny. Ron posted on Twitter, I refuse to call it X, with a video explaining the rules on how to be part of the 4-art series. Oh, that's quite cool. I would love to do that, but I barely got enough time for what I do with the current artists. That would be interesting to see my style currently. You know, some of the stuff I do is Pokemon. I think that looks cool for now. I feel that there though probably needs some of that erased. Cool. Now for the background. What do we want to do? She's a Forge Master. It should get away. I do too much. I see about doing maybe. What do flames around her look like? I just want to see colour flames behind it, to be honest. I don't really care about the rest of it. Boom. They stand out, but they're not really good. Okay, let's figure out the background. Right, I'm going to do the default stars and stuff, because, you know, they're fun and they're easy, and I can just draw up some stars in the sky. But I'm going to tweak the background slightly than my normal one. Aha! Tegan's got skip. Give me a second. I need a drink before this just because my mouth's dry, even though it's cooler here in the UK. It is a bit of a... yeah. What is that? Moonstone from a Pokemon game. What are you going to do with that little piece of rock? This throws it a low key. Turns back to normal. Why, you little... Wait. What's this? Could be a dark stone. That might make some sense as well. But yeah. right earlier with one of the other ones, but you know, never mind. I've kind of broken this now. That's not too bad. That could be done with that. Fill tool, gradient tool. Gradient tool is kind of fun because you can have patterns as well, I'm sure of it. Where's that pattern tool? Maybe this one might have it. The noise tool is what I want. Dip it there. Looking a bit more rock-like. And that one can be done to multiply. Made me realise that Dawnstone is the most neglected evolution stone. I mean, we only get 2 Pokemon that evolve via Dawnstone. That is true. In the future, I'm planning on making a Pokemon region with Pokemon based on anime characters. Oh, that sounds amazing. That generally does sound amazing there. Thinking I can then do there, correction there, brightness and contrast, not the contrast but in the background. Reduce its brightness a bit for the background character to stand out. Correction there, saturation, let's up the colour vibrancy a bit. Drop the luminosity and change the hue just slightly. Kind of looking okay. That might need to be just a little bit though. I like that. Even though a tone curve down there a bit. Way down at the bottom a bit more. doesn't look too bad. Right, let's go to the character. Right, so there, new correction there, brightness and contrast. The contrast, that's her, so that's correction there, hue saturation, saturation a bit. Let's colour the whole thing in, or just her. Well, that didn't work how I was expecting it. Refer to the editing layer only. What happens if I clear that layer and then just do that? Is that everything again? No, it's only part of it. Okay, that makes no sense to do that there. That's the wrong layer to work that on. I think it literally needs to be here with reference other layers and that. Or does it reference the only editing layer? Okay. How am I going to do this? That must be then select every other layer. Okay, that made it a bit harder to do what I want to do. I mean, I quite like how she's coming out, but I need something to distinguish her from the background as well. So let's go back down to here. Not sure I need to be there, but let's see what we can do with the brighter side. Always look on the bright side. That is under those tonal layers, so let's put it above them. I quite like that. I will be experimenting with the colour now, so get ready. See if I can just do a red's quite cool. What about orange? Orange is quite cool. What about pinky purple? Just experiment with colours, so. That looks quite cool. Sorry, I went in way too far though. Wow, that's vibrant. Interesting seeing how the colours mix on certain. I like it, but I don't know if the blue behind her hair gets mixed in too much or not. What do you guys think? Sometimes I feel like if I do the other colour, it loses it a bit. Even the orange colour kind of comes out a bit. I quite like the orange colour, but I would have to say that might have to be upped in its vibrancy. That's quite cool. Maybe I'll add that orange colour around, it gives a bit of contrast. I'm not sure how I can actually expand on that colour a bit more to make it a bit more vibrant, unless maybe I add a smaller layer around. Maybe the yellowish colour, and we just fill that all in with the original orange colour. Maybe. How much time do you need? because I might start another drawing in a minute after a short break, so you probably got a bit of time. I still haven't finished this background off properly yet, to be honest. So you still have some time out. Don't worry. This should be more on a swirl like that. Quite like how this is looking. At least 30 minutes or more. I'm barely started with shadings. Oh, that's fine. We can continue for a bit more. I can just do another artwork. Might just draw something random voted on by chat at the end, or do something else with this character. Prepping or final a few adjustments over the top. I do feel I need to do some more. I need another layer for the skin. Probably that colour. Now that's set to an add mode. Just drop that opacity down. Just add this in a few areas to sort it. Start an emotion chart. Tempting. I'm not sure I've got one on me, but yeah, I can always hunt one down and start it. That'd be quite interesting. That could be an Adler. Maybe around that. Yeah, that. Really? Maybe it really works a bit better for this one. Actually looks quite cool now. So I'm not sure about that glow though. Sorry. Dry throat then, just coughed in your ears and deafened you. Maybe if I do that one again. With the airbrush at smaller size, what could I get that looking neater? Stronger? Filter, blur, Gaussian blur. How blurred is that going to go? I mean, it's got a distinctive pattern around it for the character, but I don't know if I want it for the illustration. That looks quite nice, or I want a faint one. maybe that. Maybe just a faint one there. I've also got like a weird selection-y thing happening. More of those, but you know, I'll figure that out later. Angelic Demon isn't that fast. Got it. Right, let's just save that. Right, while we're waiting then, I'm going to take a quick break. I will put the break screen up, say that we're on a break. If you've got any questions for me, chuck them in the chat. I'll be about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes tops, and then I'll be right back, and then we'll decide what we're doing next. See you shortly, guys. Alright, I am back, and it appears we don't have any questions. Which should be quite interesting. We do have a little bit of time. So, what do we do? Is the question. I suppose I could try and push this a bit more. Let's see what else we can do in the background. Maybe let's warp these clouds or something a little bit and see what we can do to push this a bit further while we're waiting. What's everybody up to? We got 4 people viewing, so who have we got? It's probably one of the good or one of the better questions to ask. Liquify tool. you're drawing a character you drew a while ago. That's really cool. Just waiting for me. What do you think I should improve on my art? That's a very tough question there, Ark. In fact, the redraw question's easier to answer, so I'll do that one first. Redraw's going good. I've drawn one of the characters. I need to record the lore, which is all typed up, and then I need to draw the other characters, which is going to take a while, but they should look cool, and then get that ready to drop, which should drop at the end of the month, all things going well. Excuse me. All things going well. What you should improve in your art? I think it's just a case of, your art's amazing. I think it's just a case of refining a few things, so the things you find difficult to draw, work on them. But you seem to have a really incredible knack for what you do with your art, and it's insane, quite frankly. The speed you knock the art out, as Kingpin was saying, it's just like, yeah, it's insane. Oh, we have another skit and some more stuff from Stella Kitsune that I missed, so I'll jump onto that in a minute. Stella Kitsune illustration says, I imagine Komi from Komi-san can't communicate as a cat Pokemon that evolves via friendship. I feel like I'm going overboard with on the crystals on Lunarona. Crystals are nice. She looks rather, how should I word it, triple. Oh no, that's cool. That would probably go down really well. Tegan's got a skit. Why did you throw a rock at me? It was a stone. Are you sure about that? Well, either way, I'm off to help find some dinosaurs. Find some dinosaurs? Oh, I can't keep up with what you're doing nowadays. Let's get back to finding some real power. Let's make sure that's saved. Delicate, I could have some fun with this because the sun's setting behind, so good. Filter blur. That doesn't really work. That might though. I do. Eraser tool. Duplicate. We're on layer 81. I have a question. Who is your favourite drawing you did so far? Ooh, that's a tough one. I think your harmony one, for how you just had them flow and drop in the water, underwater, I think that was an incredible piece. You got the weightlessness of the body so well on that. But I also like your angelic demon who stood on that pillar on that beach scene with the waves and stuff. You know, that whole weird perspective. I think for the motionless and the body pose, it has to be harmony. But for the actual scene completely, it has to be that one where they stood on that pole and you had that perspective coming down on them, and the curvature of the earth. That was just absolutely amazing. I don't know any way to ever describe that. That's why I can't see it. Hi, Dizzy Shep. Hi, Dizzy Shep. Sorry, I was about to say Sharp then. I reread the thing. How's it going? And welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good evening. I'm just working on the artwork of a new narrator for the channel for the stories and the art that I have, and I'm literally just experimenting with the background now for her. See if I can add anything that would, I don't know, do anything that would add to the illustration. How's your evening going? Hopefully you're having a good, well, I say evening, depends where you are in the world. Hopefully you're having a good Monday. Maybe Tuesday if you're ahead of us. Yeah, that changed it a little bit, didn't it? Clipping mask, and let's work on some finer details. Do 2 clipping masks. Multiply. Arc, I have a good evening. I'm just still kind of afraid of what happened. Yeah, Arc, your adrenaline will be doing that for a while. So no need to worry about that though. I'm sure everything's fine. From what you said, you handled that really well, and yeah, there's nothing else really to worry about on that. Actually, when I do that, I want that and the noise texture. So that to multiply and drop the opacity down just to give a texture to it. Then on the light layer I can pick an orange colour, maybe with that as an overlay, and then just spray that on with a soft spray. I just don't know why I didn't hit the brakes. I just had a... it's a natural reaction arc. You tense up and you just do it. I've had that before. I haven't hit the brakes before, or I hit the brakes but it's not quite... you don't hit the brakes, you kind of go to swerve and avoid is your instinct, instead of hitting the brakes to try and stop. It's a natural reaction, you don't have to worry about it too much. Just wondering if I need to actually just change the colour at the top of that. What if we had a green moon? Does that work? Or maybe a pinkish purple moon? That looks a bit weird, doesn't it? But no, seriously, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I would just, you know, just try and relax and just, you know, continue driving carefully. Don't like normal. I think colour was better, and I think maybe a green moon just adds to the contrast on it a bit. I don't know if that's where it should be though. Allow me to move the whole... Oops, I need the leveler. That should hopefully allow me to move the whole moon about. Yay! I can make the moon bigger or smaller now. Don't know if the moon should be in it though. I'm still 50-50 on that. Without the moon, with the moon, without the moon, with the moon. I think it just feels like it's too much. Maybe it's just the colour of the moon I don't like. Yeah, a long time ago, something similar did happen. It was a case of I'd only been driving for a while. I'd went to college and I was driving for 3 other people in the car with me, and it just became a case of yeah, there was literally went around the corner, no other cars. It was just the wheels basically locked and nearly went into this giant rock. No, he's Dizzy Shep.
Sorry, I had a notification go up just to look at it. Welcome back, Ben. No spoilers. Just putting it out there. No spoilers. Very passive. Oh, I like it in reverse with the divide. Might have to move that out of the folder though. Maybe that color dodge should be a divide itself. Normal. Quite like that. That little blue orb in the sky just brings you back up a little bit. Me and Dempsey have not seen Kingpin. No, I haven't seen Popcross's one either. It's a good 30 odd minutes, so I'm not going to be watching that anytime tonight. I'll watch that another day, which is fine. Interesting. That I like that better actually. What if I drop the opacity of that down just a in between state? Very subtle, but I like that. That works quite nicely. Still not sure about that moon. I just don't like. Ah, that's much better. I kind of like that. That's not too bad. Then I have to just erase some of the stars where it is there, which is fine. That's better. That looks quite nice. Save that. Put PNG out. Yeah, I watched it and it was amazing. How if Part 2 also Kingpin has before Friday. Huh? Kingpin's got a video that came out tonight, and Ark had one that came out earlier on. No, sorry, Knight had one that came out earlier. Ark and Knight, you sound familiar. Kingpin, it is just getting contagious saying Ark. Tegan's got a skip. That is the last dinosaur. Finally! Now tell me, how did they get out? Flossie opened the cage door. Hey! No, I didn't! Somehow I'm inclined to believe you opened the cage door. You could take a bite out of the moon, but I'll leave it how it is. Cool. So I think this is where I'm leaving this illustration off. I leave it on screen, but I am really loving just how this has turned out, basically. I think this will make a nice addition to the narrators, and I'll get her own little narrator circle and PNG later on. But actually, you might be able to do that now for some of this. Just do it while we're on stream. We'll just strip the entire background off. Oh wow, now that looks even more surreal.
that looks quite cool as well. I'm going to export that to library. That's nice. I just took a load of things out and just went really plain. Oh, what? These new narrators similar to the Splatfirst? I don't know. Maybe. Where they meet. Could be interesting. I know Void has had a interesting introduction with Uncle Bainsworth, which you guys were chatting about last time. In terms of anything else, I'm not really sure. I guess it depends. I could get them, but then I'd have to have the voices quite distinct between the characters. Would be what needed at that point, which is where it'll be a case of having to work out the bits. Possibly on a live stream, maybe. Currently, Void hasn't got a design. You haven't got a clue for a design. Oh, thank you, Tegan. I'm glad you like how it turned out. I'm really pleased with how this one turned out, because I just took a pose and drew a design from my head, mixing some bits in and stuff to try and keep them consistent. I quite like how this one's turned out, and I think the monotone background works actually a lot better than the other one, but I will keep the coloured version, so I'll probably do 2 of these. Yeah, Ben, if you want to fund a voice changer for me, then by all means feel free, and I'll invest in one that way. Like I said, a voice changer is great, but they cost a fair bit. I'm not going to do it. I will learn how to do voices my own way. At the moment, it's more the accents to do than the change in voices. Once I get into a character, I can just switch between them. I've learned over the time, which is quite nice. It's just the female voices are a bit tricky, and it's the accent as well. But it's like Popcross just literally drops it down an octave and goes Toralei. Well, the Archon demons and stuff like that. Or it's so you would like armor. What type of beast would you like armor made from? And stuff like that. Yeah, if you want to start a GoFundMe or super chat on the channel, go for it. But yeah, no, you don't have to. It's a case of eventually I might get one, but for now it's voices are the easy way to do it, and I can change the pitch a bit. I could even sound like a chipmunk in one of the videos, which would be quite funny. Oh, here we go. I never skip. Green screen of doom, you failed me. 'Cause you didn't appear. I don't want to jinx it. Well, oh, I'll tell you in a minute. I do super chat and stuff, Ben. But anyway, yeah, green screen hopefully won't come back. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, no, it's not easy. There's a little icon on the screen, which usually looks like a little dollar bill, a bill with a dollar bit, and then you can then choose to super chat whether you send a message in to be read out and stuff. Which I should plug more super chats in, but I don't have enough people concurrently in a stream at the moment to do it. Maybe I should draw something really popular next stream, Pokemon illustration or something, and then or something. Also, I can only stream for 3 hours at a time at the moment. I don't have an adapter which charges the iPad and gets rid of the green screen of doom, which currently I have one that's doing that, which is what currently is getting rid of it, which is quite cool. FNAF would be a good one. Pokemon would also be a good one. I could draw Popcross. That would probably get half his group on it. What did you draw today? I drew Popcross in a stream. Oh my god! Drawing Popcross live. Imagine the amount of people that turn into that and realise he's not in it, it's not live, let's go away. Oh, so the explanation is there's an icon which looks like a dollar bill down by the chat where you type your chat. That will allow you to do super chats. You don't have to do a super chat, it's just where you do the fan bit. Yeah, he did, but I was just saying maybe I should title a stream that way and see how many people join. And that, while thinking it's like drawing Popcross live, and then they're wondering where's Popcross because he's not here. You wouldn't leave, Ark. You would ignore half the stream while you're drawing and asking me what to draw and pick random numbers, let's be honest. And then afterwards you'll go like, I've drawn it, what do you think of the art? Which is, you know, it's perfectly fine. And I know streams aren't always everyone's cup of tea. And some streams I'm drawing these, some streams I'll draw. I know, I might pick some video game characters, or like I say, the members only live streams will be quite good. Maybe, I mean, it's not anything you have to do, Ben. It's if people wish to do that, then that's fine, but only if they can afford it. There's no point. If you can't afford it, you put in dire straits. I don't want you to do a super chat or a GoFundMe or anything like that. I don't want to put anyone out. Basically, it's not what we're here for. This channel is basically to draw some characters. I have fun drawing, do some stories along the way, and just see what we come up with, because that's where the fun is. And also collab with the funny art guys. Isn't that right, Kingpin? Oh, you've been officially signed with your signature that you'll leave if someone's drawing him. Got it. Well, I don't plan to draw him unless it's in a video like the Pop Crush Dragon I did, which was quite fun, turning him into a dragon. That, I got to admit, if I redrew it, I'd be drawing that. Blue from Blue's Clues, I'll add that to the list. The starting ones, though, will be from my childhood for the retro one, because I want to, even if it's just design notes and talk about my process, I want to redesign some of them at some point. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. I'll put them in different genres than what they are, potentially. But it'd be quite cool, like Thundercats and stuff would be really amazing to do. Yeah, Code Lyoko, I watched that when I was younger, so that's going to be in there. That can be in there. I mean, I'm talking retro, I'm talking like Gem, Jason and the Real Warriors, Gummy Bears, Wacky Races, Catch the Pigeon, Captain Planet, the original He-Man and She-Ra with Masters of the Universe, Brave Star, Centurions, G.I. Joe, Visionaries, GoBots. I mean, I've probably watched them all. Yeah, I find that as well, Ben. The older versions like Scooby-Doo, the original Hanna-Barbera cartoons for like the Flintstones and stuff, Scooby-Doo, when they've been redrawn lately, I look at the artwork, the stories are fine to a degree, and Mystery Inc. was quite a good one, but then they had that really horrible artwork that was just like, why did you do it? I mean, why did you do it? You shouldn't have done it. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so it's one of those weird ones to do. But I agree, I'm biased on some of the ones that I grew up on. And then I think so. It just had no disrespect to the artist, because drawing and animating, it is a massive job, and no disrespect to the art style looking like a 4-year-old drawer, because that's probably how it's drawn by professional artists for what they wanted. But whoever came up with the idea to draw the characters like that and let it go out, I'm sorry, but even if you wanted to go to a younger audience, it's just a pain. Literally, it's a pain. Ark, you should do that. Draw the angelic demon in different styles. That would be really cool. Oh, Tegan, how do I beat Loki? Just throw him into a field knowing to have fleas, and so he has to delay his plan for a bit. Yeah, that could be an interesting way to do it. I expect he'd have giant demonic fleas under his control, though. Ark, try and Jack Demon in a Samurai Jack style or Resident Evil style. Samurai Jack one would be quite cool. I gotta admit, that would be cool to look. Ooh. that would be cool to look at. And if anyone's joining, I've finished the picture for now. Basically, I'm enjoying how that is. I might actually just take the other... Let's finish what we're doing. We've got some power. I'll take the other background bits off and save that PNG with the glow out. Or without the glow out. Just to save things from the rest of the world. All the way down to that layer off. I'm guessing I want one with and one without that. So, file. If I export to the photo library, that should be a PNG anyway, which is fine. If I take that off, I can have the PNG of her without that, which is quite cool. All the fleas turn into demons after biting Loki. That could be an interesting way. His blood could create demons. Ooh, because we don't know much about Loki's powers other than he's a cat who can speak and teleport and freeze Erenfold in midair. Cool, so I've done that, so let's add some of these back in now. That one, that one, that one, that one. That one, that one, that one. That one, maybe. No, not that one. That one. Definitely that one. Yeah, so that's I quite like that one, how that looks. Any tips for glowing eyes in different styles? How to do them? Digitally, yes, but yeah, it's traditional's a lot harder to do. You'd have to have a lighter base color for the eyes, and then maybe use a pencil traditionally to go over the darker outline. For this one, all I've done is I've literally created the eyes how I want them to look with this really cool effect. So let's find the eyes here. So all I've got is I've got a single layer, and then I've got a multiplied layer somewhere. So let's just double check which one's which. So yeah, so I've got this layer underneath that's like a single color that's I had, but I had this layer, and all I did was I duplicated the layer, I set it to an overlay mode, which makes it really, really bright, and then I just drop it down to where I want it to go. But obviously I've done that already, so it's come out really, really bright to glow. But it's just that, but it's also thinking about what makes the eye stand out. So I've got a darker color in the middle to a lighter color here. I've got purples and that, and then when it adds over time, it works quite nicely, which is quite cool. Oh, like in different shows, I would study their styles, look at how they've done the eyes, because some of them just do the eyes as solid color, and then that color overflows to the other parts of the face a little bit. That would be quite cool. But yes, it's tricky, but study their styles, because most of them do have just their colors filled in. I mean, because you're doing digital, it's easier to do. I might actually do some more traditional art on the channel at some point. That'd be quite cool. I mean, wanting to do some choice, even if it's just how to draw faces or anime style faces or hands and stuff, to draw that up for references would be really, really cool. I'm not sure we got Kingpin still in chat. I'm name dropping people now. Haha. But yeah, do we have any more questions while we're here? Or are we're getting near the end? And I think Arc should be pretty much finished now, I reckon. I haven't checked, however. So that's an interesting one. Ask the question away, Arc. If you've got a question, I'm happy to answer it if I can. Ah, that's an interesting one. I suppose you could make them the opposites. So, where you've got the main features of, say, angelic demon, like your one, for example, has got the extra eyes and stuff for the angel. You might have more horns from the demon or demonic face with the eyes and the wings or whatever for the reverse one, which is the demonic angel. So they would look different, but I think it'd be quite cool to have them very similar with minor differences, because then you could go on this whole, I mean, technically speaking, most angels and demons are, or most high-ranking demons are like Lucifer, fallen angels that follow him. So they would have some resemblance to him in some mythology, folklore things, which is quite cool. Although we have made it 2 hours, nearly, well, over the 2.5 hour mark with no green screen, so that's working quite nicely. The iPad was at 100% at the start, so we've used about 70% of it so far. Give you 3 minutes. That's not a problem. We've got 3 minutes. Any more suggestions for videos that you guys might want to see? Yeah, that's true, Ben. That is a theory that they've got, because they have a lot of similarities, especially since Husband Hotel came out, that they are very similar to the designs of them when they're in their full eyes opened angel mode from Has-Been Hotel, because Has-Been Hotel and Hello Boss are in the same universe, which is quite cool actually that they exist in the same place. I would also say that in actual mythology, because Lucifer reigns over hell with the demons and the sinner stuff, most of it comes from humans, but other angels would have followed his path, and in some renditions or films or stories he's got his own angels, as you call it, but they're more demonic. They're more like bat wings and demony rather than anything else, which is quite interesting. Yeah, have you guys got any videos you would like to see on the channel? Whether it's old ones or new ones, you know, suggestions. Well, we've got a few minutes waiting on a Arc. Give me a second, guys, while we're waiting. I'm just hunting through to have a look at stuff, because I'm not sure if Arc's done it or not, and if they have they put it in fan art? Oh wow! Forget that. Oh, whoever Ultra Comics is, they've been doing fan arts of the. Oh my god, I'm loving this. I haven't seen this before. They're doing fan arts of each of the characters in their style, like just drawing them, and they're looking really cool. Sorry, I just discovered a whole new section of stuff. Like, oh my god, not a lot of people have done stuff in fan art, so now it's had some in. It's like, oh, wow. Yeah, I need to catch up with Discord. I deliberately ignored a lot of the internet last week. Basically, family time, unwind time. Well, Ark, your artwork is really getting there, especially like the perspective ones. Sorry, I just saw some of your stuff in there. I was just catching up on the Discord. I know we haven't seen it, but we are also waiting for everybody to be done. Oh, something's coming to your art. Is that going to be another? Ah, Ark, you've done it. Let's have a look at this. I need to figure out a good way of doing this because I don't have it. Ah, no, I like that. I love the pose you've got for that. Let me save the image and then load it up on the screen if I can. That would be the other way to do it, I believe. Just give me a moment to save this. And then I'll see if I can open a reference image of this a second, Ark. Because I like this. This looks so cool. Where's the rest of this stuff gone? And that's better. Hey Koi, how's it going? Ah, thanks, and glad you could join us. Drop a like and all the emoji icons. Really appreciate that. No green screen, so your solution works. I just need to get something that can charge it at the same time as using it. Which is quite cool. So, Ark's done some really cool artwork as well, so it'll be quite interesting. Read your suggestion. Maybe other subscribers submit their characters and draw their fan kids. That would be quite an interesting one to do on it. Green screen instead. No, it's still going to become a villain at some point in an episode, even if it's a one-shot. Something to do with Nexa Knights, if you know that show. I believe I do know that show. I think I watched some of that show, to be honest. Which is quite cool at the same time as quite, oh my god. Right, that had a reference, so let's do that. Let's do this and drop this reference image in of Ark's illustration. I could. The dragon with yeah, that looked really cool as well. Not sure what Kingpin's picking, but that's down to him. But Ark's reference image. I mean, this was what he was drawing. This reference image here. That's what I'm moving on screen now. I have to say, I love it. I love the dynamic pose of your angelic demon. The fact that you put them in a football costume as well, and they're going against Sonic, as in charging in for the ball. The stadium in the background is you've done it in a simpler way, like almost like they did with Star Wars, because they used little cotton balls in the stadiums for the pod racers. But you've done it where you've got the impression of it with the dots and the lighting. I do like the fact that you've kind of got the atmospheric lighting coming in with the. You've got kind of like lights at the top of the stadium and places, which is really good. But also, again, your angles that you work at are absolutely amazing. I love them. It's just the poses as they come in and they're working on it. It's really well done. It's just, I can't describe it. It's just you have a knack for those slightly awkward perspectives and getting it to look, if not spot on, very close to it, which is insane. But yeah, no, I think this is an amazing piece of art. Yeah, definitely outdone yourself again, Ark. definitely. Yeah, Koi, it seems to have fixed it nicely. I've had no issues this stream or last stream, even with the warning for bitrate. Hopefully, though, by the end of the week, I'll have super fast internet, and then I'll have no issues with the YouTube spamming a warning out on me, which would be quite cool. And yeah, we finished this character, so I'm going to turn this character into a new, do the work on the narrator for this one. And I think we could probably call it a night there, actually, because I haven't drawn for a while on the stream, probably about 20 minutes, because we've been nattering, which is quite fun. And yeah, I guess it's a case of Friday or Saturday should be a video. It's not the redraw, but it will potentially be one artwork with a slightly longer story. Even though I might draw multiple artworks, it'll be a part of a continuation story over time. That one. Arc, it is a really cool illustration. The lighting is enough to give the feeling of it in the style, but the main focus is the characters, so having that lighting and the background slightly duller than the characters, it stands out really well, so I wouldn't worry about that. And you say the eyes aren't finished, but there's enough there for me to really see the details you put in. It's a really good piece of artwork. Right, has anybody got any questions before I disappear? Or before the stream ends? Do we have any? Giving it a second or two to see if we got any through. If not, I will call it a night in the stream, and there will be a video at the end of this week. Potentially. I've got the artwork done, I just need to get the scripting finished and for that one, and then work on that, and then I'll probably be releasing, I may have a couple of single artwork videos coming out with some lore over the next few weeks, just to space things out in order to catch up with a few things and have time for this redraw. Oh, my favourite type of art, do you mean like digital or traditional? I do like, my favourite type is traditional because of the feeling you get from it, but I do like the fact that art digitally has an undo button. Loki does hate pickles, yes, and he has recurring nightmares that Pickle Rick is coming to get him, but that's a whole different story. I think on that note, we will end the stream. So thank you all for watching, guys. As I say, there will be a video at the end of the week, so keep an eye out for that. There'll be some community posts. I don't know if I'll be doing a stream in the middle of this week for members only or not. It depends on what happens with my internet near the end of the week. But we will see what happens. Anyway, I will say night, guys, and I will catch you next time. See ya.